politics, ignore the boardroom noise. We are tuning into a different frequency. This is BYE Legends.
By Legends Episode 5, Taha Hussein. Welcome to By Legends. Today, we dissect the legacy of a man who did not merely master language, he completely re-engineered the analytical methodology of historical literature. Taha Hussein is the ultimate case study in intellectual resilience and academic disruption. To fully comprehend his impact, we must look past standard biographical narratives and focus entirely on the rigorous critical framework he constructed to modernize cultural heritage. Visually and methodically, Hussein operated without physical sight, yet he engineered an unprecedented cognitive map of textual analysis. He was a profound anomaly in the traditional academic world. By developing a highly disciplined audial and mnemonic methodology, he mastered classical text structures, capturing phonetic nuances and structural patterns with surgical precision. He weaponized the Cartesian method of systematic doubt against established, stagnant dogmas. His most critical technical contribution lies in the application of rigorous scientific skepticism to ancient traditions. Through his groundbreaking publications, Hussein treated historical poetry not as sacred, untouchable artifacts, but as linguistic constructs subject to political, tribal, and social manipulation. This analytical approach shifted literary critique from blind acceptance to quantifiable structural evaluation. He turned philosophical skepticism into a fluid, transformative vocabulary. Administratively and structurally, his approach was deeply reformative. He possessed a rare ability to redesign educational frameworks, serving as an architect who established modern universities and democratized access to knowledge. As the director of the Academy of the Arabic Language, he worked tirelessly to update dictionaries and standardize technical syntax, proving that a language must evolve structurally to maintain its global relevance. This intellectual blueprint laid the absolute foundation for modern literary critique and academic freedom across the region. Without Hussein, the structural modernization of contemporary academic analysis would lack its primary pillar. His intellectual DNA is directly traceable through generations of critical thinkers who prioritize empirical scrutiny over dogmatic tradition. He established that true intellectual legacy is built on the fearless pursuit of objective truth and the systematic dismantling of outdated academic structures. Before we conclude, let us break down the advanced language and technical terminology used in this blueprint. Here is your key vocabulary and expressions explained. Resilience. Definition: the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, toughness, or the ability of a substance or system to return to its original shape. Example: the structural resilience of the new bridge allowed it to withstand the severe earthquake. Disruption. Definition: a radical change in an industry, academic field, or strategy that completely dismantles traditional ways of operating. Example: artificial intelligence is causing massive disruption in contemporary software engineering. Unprecedented. Definition: never done or known before, completely new and unparalleled in history or experience. Example: the university received an unprecedented number of applications for its new physics program. Cognitive map. Definition: a mental representation of one's physical or conceptual environment, a structured internal framework for organizing information. Example: the researcher developed a clear cognitive map to navigate the complex dataset. Mnemonic. Definition: relating to, or designed to assist the human memory, a system or pattern used to improve information retention. Example: he utilized a unique mnemonic technique to memorize the entire periodic table of elements. Nuance. Definition: a subtle distinction, variation, or fine detail in expression, meaning, tone, or color. Example: a skilled translator must capture every linguistic nuance to preserve the original meaning of the text. Precision. Definition: the quality, condition, or fact of being exact, accurate, and meticulously detailed. Example: the automated laser cut the metal components with extreme technical precision. To weaponize. Definition: to adapt or exploit a concept, tool, or piece of data for use as an aggressive asset or means of defense. Example: the company sought to weaponize its patents to prevent competitors from entering the market. Skepticism. Definition: a doubtful or questioning attitude toward statements, dogmas, or premises that are typically accepted as facts. Example: scientific progress relies heavily on healthy skepticism and continuous laboratory verification. Stagnant. Definition: showing no activity, movement, progress, or growth, completely motionless or outdated. Example: the economic sector remained stagnant for a decade due to a lack of innovative industrial investment. Artifact. Definition: an object made by a human being, typically of cultural or historical interest, conceptually, an unchangeable piece of tradition. Example: the ancient pottery artifact was carefully preserved inside a temperature-controlled glass case. Linguistic construct. Definition: a complex structural concept or idea created within the framework of language and grammar rules. Example: the legal document is a highly complex linguistic construct that requires expert analysis. Manipulation. Definition: the skillful handling, controlling, or alteration of elements, data, or situations to achieve a specific outcome. Example: the mathematical manipulation of the equations allowed the physicist to prove his hypothesis. Scrutiny. Definition: critical, detailed, and meticulous examination or observation of a system, document, or theory. Example: the new financial policy came under intense public scrutiny after the audit results were released. To democratize. Definition: to make something accessible, available, or common to everyone, removing exclusive barriers. Example: the expansion of affordable internet access helped to democratize higher education globally. Syntax. Definition: the arrangement of words, phrases, and technical rules to create well-formed, logical sentences in a language. Example: advanced programming languages require a very specific syntax to execute code without errors. Relevance. Definition: the state of being closely connected, appropriate, or deeply vital to a current matter or era. Example: the historical data lost its relevance once the new technical parameters were established. Pillar. Definition: a fundamental, essential, or principal part of a larger system, doctrine, or structural concept. Example: freedom of speech remains a primary pillar of any democratic society. Traceable. Definition: able to be followed, discovered, or linked directly back to its original source or historical origin. Example: the origin of the disease was traceable to a single contaminated water source in the valley. Dismantling. Definition: the act of taking a structure, machine, or system apart piece by piece, the systematic destruction of an established framework. Example: the dismantling of the old factory took several weeks to complete safely. Now, look at how these elements tie together. Hussein was a structural architect who treated textual analysis as an exact science. He remains the prime example of what happens when raw intellectual intuition completely dismantles conventional academic boundaries. The comment section is wide open on YouTube. Let me know how his analytical approach resonates with you, and which pioneer you want us to dissect next. Keep boosting your English. Bye for now.
Boost your English, it's the key. Listen to BYE. Boost your English.